Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome to my very first stream on Twitch. So I'm very brand new to this stuff. I'm also just getting back into Magic the Gathering, so bear with me here as I kind of learn and am a complete noob right now. So, yes, a little bit about me is I am a big collector. More recently with these, I've been collecting stuff like sealed Lego boxes and things before, but yeah, just getting back into Magic the Gathering after at least a decade of not touching cards. So really excited for this, and definitely all of these Universes Beyond crossovers have really piqued my interest. So let's take a look at what are in these promo deck boxes from San Diego Comic-Con for Spider-Man Magic the Gathering set. So not going to open these because I don't know if they're going to be end up being super rare or not. So we're just going to look through the cellophane at the more rare cards in these decks. So got Venom and Spider-Man from this first one, and then we're going to take a look at the next one. Alrighty, and we have another Peter Parker as well as Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider. I think the next one is going to have Miles Morales in it. Yep, Miles Morales as well as Spider-Man 2099. Really excited for this Spider-Man set to come out. I think it's going to be really cool. It's definitely going to be hard to get these cards if you haven't pre-ordered them already, and they're definitely going way up in value once you look online. So we'll take a look at these. If you notice here, I have one Edge of Eternities collector booster. I have another one that I haven't opened yet that I'm going to do in a future stream, but I will tell a story about a collector booster box that I got at retail price, or allegedly was supposed to get, of these Edge of Eternities boosters. So on like at 9 p.m. on August, what day was it? Or 9 p.m. on July 31st, I guess, right before the all the new Edge of Eternity sets dropped. Amazon opened up some more pre-orders, same cards on these, by the way. And so I went ahead and I got an order for an entire like $279 box for the Edge of Eternities collector boosters, because there's a couple of the more rare or the more like cool Galaxy foil cards that I wanted, and so everything looked good. It was all getting sent to me. It even looked like they were going to come in early, and then I get a package in the mail and I open it up, and what is it? It's not a set of collector boosters. It was the Edge of Eternities commander deck for like counterintelligence. So instead of sending me a $280 item, they sent me a $47 item. And then they fought me on returning it. So it's still in the process. I haven't got my money back yet. I will keep everybody updated and see if I actually get a refund, because that is absolutely ridiculous and I'm still annoyed by that. All right, so we're gonna, speaking of Edge of Eternities, we're gonna open up some of these, and then I'm gonna throw the cards into the Mana Box app that I have streaming on the right-hand side here. So we'll take a look and see if we got anything good from either these play boosters or the one collector booster that I have over on the left-hand side right here. So we'll start with these. Just gonna go ahead and throw these into this thing. All right. Big spender so far. 9 cents. 10 cents. Ooh. 14. 18. 20. $1.11. Alrighty, 6 cents for that one. 3 cents. This is a rare card coming in. 66. This one's not going to be worth anything. 5 cents. A land card was worth more than that. Alright, and a lander. So, not much there. Let's try our next pack. Alright, we got Virus Beetle. Cellcraft Mechan. And I'm just going to throw a few more of these in there. You can see the names yourself. I don't need to go over every single name. It'll probably drive you crazy if I try. Let's see how these go. Pinnacle Killship. That looks like a cool card. I'm sure it's not worth anything, but that one really doesn't want to recognize. All right, well, we'll just skip that one for now. Litho Breaking. Wedgeweight Rammer. Nothing too fancy so far, so we got Honor as a foil card. 17 cents. As a foil Swamp. I'm sure I didn't mark those as foils, so I'll go back and fix that later. Alright, let's try the next ones here. I saw one of these little mana box like card scanner 3D printed things the other day that has a little crank, which looked pretty cool, but I would worry that it would wreck my cards. Alright, not doing super hot here with how much these cards are valued so far. I'm sure that's why the Edge of Eternity set isn't as super expensive as some of the other ones. There's just not as many collectible things, but some of the really cool Galaxy foil cards I'm excited to try to get. So we'll open up that collector booster here next. I'm going to go and mark that one as a foil. All right. Now for what everybody's been waiting for, here is a collector booster. So let's take a look at what that looks like. And I haven't streamed on Twitch yet, but if anybody's seen some of my YouTube videos, they can probably laugh at how bad I am at opening these collector boosters, especially the ones that are in those like boxes with the glue on one side, so you can't just like easily steal it from a store, I guess. Sure, that's a problem in some places. I went to a Walmart the other day here in Las Vegas, and somebody had ripped open a bunch of like Pokemon cards and like I guess stolen the fancy ones, but it was like a pre-built deck set, so I really don't know how much they actually made out with. Ooh, that was close. All right, let's see what we got here. Mental Modulation. I'm going to set this to do all foils for a minute. Since we are in the collector booster now, so let's see what Rig for War is worth. That one was worth, doesn't want to recognize that one. Come on, you can do it. See if I can move this over a little bit, get some better lighting here. Sometimes it just doesn't like to recognize a certain card. Really not liking any of these right now. There we go. Just took a second. The lighting's okay, so I think I need to get an overhead lamp next, which I'm going to work on. All right, Melded Moxite was 14 cents. This one is going to be about 6 cents. This Alpha Romeo, not Alfa Romeo, that's a car. Alpha Rael Dreaming Acolyte. Let's see. This one's not rare. I don't think that's going to be anything. Come on, figure it out. 14 cents. Seed Ship Agrarian. 10 cents. Mechan Navigator. Oop, I almost dropped another card in there. It's having trouble with these foil cards because of the little reflection, I think. Let's see if I can do that. Hey, Agron, nothing much yet. I don't think this is Galaxy foil for the planes. It's just a pretty lame regular one, unfortunately. But let's see what's behind this, because I'm not to the ones that are as fancy yet. But it is a nice one. I do like that it's foil. That's what actually the land cards and some of the other like just more basic things are some of the coolest ones. If I have a minute and there's still people watching, I'll go grab. I got the Secret Lair like Galaxy foil cards the other day, and those look pretty cool. Let's see if this one, Gastronaut, I don't think this is much. I gotta move my camera view a little bit here. Yeah, Plains and Forest for sure. I got the Secret Lair Plains cards. it's this really cool design. I'll have to grab it out of my other box here in a minute, but it's I can't even get it to scan because it's apparently not something that is registering in Mana Box yet. So let's take a look at a couple more of these. Oh, the Mystifying Maze one. That one is actually really cool. Let's see. Weapons manufacturing was worth about $5, so that one was not bad. But this one especially is just I'm really liking some of these lands. I'm not gonna lie, they're like some super cool ones. I got the Eldrazi Temple or whatever the other day, and it was really cool. Let's see how that one goes. It's all black, so it doesn't really like to scan this one. I'm just going to look that up manually later. I actually have a feeling that one is one that could be worth something, so let's take a look and see if I can just search for it. Just add all these. And Mystifying Maze. Wow, I cannot spell today. Yeah, not worth much as its regular card. Even the cool looking one isn't worth much. It's I guess this was foil, so a little over 10. More than I thought, honestly. Let me do a plus on that one. Alright, so I'm just going to throw this Extinguisher Battleship guy in there and see if that one's at all valuable. I'm going to have to get a better lighting setup over on my little scanner box here one of these days. It has been not cooperating with me on these foil cards today. There we go, $1.58. And I'm just going to throw the lander in there. I know that's not basically nothing. All right, let me turn off the foil lock. Yeah, the Evendo, or however you say it, that one is a good one. I was just saying at the start of this stream, this is actually my first stream ever on Twitch, but I'm just getting back into Magic. It's been a decade, but all the Universes Beyond stuff is so cool that I wanted to get back into it. And then as I started looking at the sets, I was like, all right, out of any of the like non-Universes Beyond sets, the Edge of Eternity one is pretty cool because of all the space cards. So actually, give me a second. I'm going to go grab a couple of cards here. Yeah, I'm liking coming back. I'd only ever played Standard, or I guess it's considered Legacy at this point, because there wasn't as many rules about what sets you could play with when I was playing. I started off like as a kid playing Pokemon, and then I specifically remember one day I was at like my local card shop, and the guy's like, "I think you'd like Magic the Gathering. It's like a more complicated but more fun version." And I didn't really believe him at the time, but now that I'm like a little bit older, I think it's easier to get back into it. Um, but yeah, I want to start playing Commander. I bought a bunch of decks, and we're actually going to start playing in my house for a little bit just to get more familiar before walking into like a local shop and not being a complete noob. This was the Plains card I was mentioning earlier. These are the ones that came with the secret Lair drop for Edge of Eternities. So then some of the cards that came with that is like this Galaxy foil one for the Zurin Orb. There's a bunch of those like kind of artifact cards and enchantment cards that they gave. The reprocess one is actually pretty cool. You can't really see the Galaxy foil as well with the top loaders, and I have them double sleeved. But yeah, overall, I just like the designs of them really more than anything. I think some of them are decent cards that are going to be a pretty rare thing to find. But yeah, not anything super duper fancy, but pretty cool stuff. And then, oh yeah, I found this Evendo Waking Haven card the other day that was pretty cool. Yeah, the precon decks I'm just kind of going to use for Commander just to get more familiarized with it, and then I want to start building my own. I've actually been thinking I'm using Mana Box over here because I might export my whole list and see if I can get AI to help me build like some interesting decks. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but I guess we'll find out. All right, let's open some of these Final Fantasy play boosters, and then I'm not going to open this entire Final Fantasy collector booster box today. I paid a little bit of money for it, so I don't want to have it be like the only day I open those. So we'll take a look at some of these play booster cards. Just gonna throw them in mana box over here. I don't expect to get a ton of super duper valuable stuff out of the play boosters, but every now and then you pull something pretty cool. That was a foil random encounter, 10 cents. I don't remember if Odin's one of the more expensive summons. I want to say it's not. Wow, I'm really going to have to fix this lighting because this thing is driving me crazy. Let's see if I can move this over and get a little bit better lighting here. There we go. Yeah, 234. That's what I thought on that one. Yeah, and I just saw your other comment. Built with a commander to help get Calyx guided by fate. Oh yeah, I've seen that card somewhere before. Is that? I think I saw it in a Foundations pull I had or something like that. I've definitely seen it. I just can't remember where in what like box I have it right now. All right, let's see. Prompto Argentum. This one's worth like 30 cents. Oh, wow, I was like almost spot on, 29 cents. Let me straighten that out a little bit. Shiva's not much. Grandma's like the same. They're both like 10, 15-cent cards. Chocobo. Crossroads Village. Oops. That was a disaster. All right, I should stop trying to put those in with my opposite hand. There we go. Yeah, I got a desk light coming so that I can get better lighting on this scan box setup so it stops being so slow. Oh, I like that copies an enchantment piece of that. That's actually pretty cool. I know everybody's been like liking building decks around the like Vivi Ornantier card from the Final Fantasy set. I pulled one a couple weeks ago. I am trying to build something around it, but I want to build out some more of the. I want to build my collection a little bit more so I have more options. Let's see. All right, next booster pack for Final Fantasy play boosters. All right, we got just one of these hero token cards. I don't think I've actually seen this Torgal Finehound one before. I don't think it's worth much, but I definitely don't think I've seen it. Endwalker's worth like $2. Yeah, 16 cents for that Torgo one, whatever I just said. $1.17, I was mistaken. It's not even. Oh, this is the Dion Bahamut's Dominant. I don't actually think that one's valuable at all. Come on, figure it out. Oh, it's got the one below it bleeding. Yeah, 87 cents. I'm going to retire after that. Let's see if I can get this thing to be a little bit less. I need to put like a spacer under this thing or something because it's just being uncooperative at its height right now. So let's try this. See if that helps. Yeah, that made it a little bit better for now. I'm gonna change my video next stream so I don't cover up the per card value part of ManaBox's screen here. I have like 3 cameras. I have like one of my webcams going. I have a direct connection to my iPhone so that it can stream through QuickTime just the screen share feed. And then right now I'm using a GoPro for my desk view, but I actually have to update that. And let's see. Oh yeah, doubling season, and those doubling season cards, even like the more basic looking ones, are actually worth like a decent amount for like just a card that you can easily pull out of like a Foundations booster pack or something. So I think I got like 4 of those out of like a booster box that I pulled the other day, and it was pretty cool. And so I definitely want to start figuring out how to play with that card more. Oh, look at this. This is the Cloud signed little gold, whatever you call these art cards. I'm guessing this means that it'll be worth like $3 because the rest of these are worth like almost nothing, but the ones that are like either Cloud or Sephiroth or whatever seem to be worth a few more bucks. So I'll check on that later. They don't scan very well in this Mana Box app. Sigarda's Aid. Ooh, instant speed. That's awesome. I'm going to have to look into that card. Let's see. Blazing Bomb. 5 cents. The Crystal Tower, I believe, if I recall correctly, I got like 2 or 3 of these. This one's like $4. Was I right? Figure yourself out. Come on. Can't get this thing to cooperate today. Yeah, $4. Okay, I was close. Gilgamesh. What's this guy? 45 cents. Reno and Rude non-foil. That one's also like 10 cents. I think my proudest moment with like Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards so far has been I pulled a Y'shtola, or however you say your name, a foil like borderless version out of a collector booster sample pack from the Y'shtola Commander deck. So that card's worth almost 200, and I paid like 50 for the deck. So that was pretty cool. Oh wow, so it lets you cast both auras, and oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you could build a really speedy deck out of that, I'm sure. Alright, not much in here, so just let this keep going for a second. Oops, it's not going to work. Alright, I'm going to open the seal on this collector booster box. I'm not going to even talk about how much I may have paid for this because it is so hard to find the Final Fantasy ones. I am hedging my bets because I managed to get some pretty affordable pre-orders on the next couple Universes Beyond sets, and the Spider-Man one's already going gangbusters price-wise, so I can probably sell like one of the collector booster boxes on eBay that I got for the upcoming sets and break even. So that's my justification for making bad money choices, I guess. Alright, we're going to turn this into the display box. If I can figure out how to do that with these collector booster boxes. I think you just do this. Yeah, okay. And then fold this guy down. Or did I do that the opposite way that I was supposed to? Oh, I see. Okay, I'm just going to not deal with the little flaps. They can just stay up. Yeah, this is my first like full collector booster box out of any recent series, and I'm excited. Oh, wow. Yeah, so you can do some like exponential stuff with a deck that you stack like that. That sounds super cool. I'm gonna have to like look at some of the recent meta of the game and see what I can build out once I kind of analyze my collection, as I've started to gain some pretty decent cards lately. All right, so this will be the last one for now, and then I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow or in the next couple days. I'm also going to throw all these streams on YouTube as just normal recordings. I was originally just recording to YouTube, but I realized that streaming actually makes my life easier from an editing perspective, because like I don't really have to edit it as long as I don't totally ruin something on the stream. And even if I do, it's a lot easier to edit that out when the video is all produced and pre-done here on the Twitch stream, instead of through something like Final Cut Pro, which I was really struggling trying to use that to do basic video editing lately. All right, so first I'm going to add all these cards in there, and then I'm going to reset this guy so that I can start fresh. And then I'll sort out all these other cards and sleeve whatever makes sense in a minute here. We're going to add these just to my main collection. I haven't sorted any of that stuff out yet. I'm actually on the beta for Mana Box right now, though, so that I can do cloud syncing, because I use so many different devices that I want to make sure that it's not something I have to manually export and import all my data sets for. So it's been working really well so far. Okay, so I got a borderless cloud already. That's cool. And I had this regular Excalibur before, but this one's a foil, so I can actually see if that's actually worth much more as a foil. It's $1.89 as a regular, so... Ooh, $3.26. Okay. All right. I believe this one's about 30, 40 bucks, maybe 50. 25. Okay. Summoning materia as a foil. I don't know how valuable this is going to be, but it's probably going to be okay. Oh, maybe not. Let me check. It's 42 cents as a non-foil, so we're going to go set that to foil. Okay, it's 99 cents. Yeah, that's why I was saying I don't really want to talk about how much I paid for this collector booster box. The only way I could justify it is by selling some other collectibles that went up in value that I own or have pre-orders for. So I managed to get a couple boxes of Spider-Man collector boosters on pre-order, as well as my local shops. I got a couple Avatar, the last Airbender pre-orders coming too. So I it's kind of an investment because I expect. I mean, look at eBay for Spider-Man ones already. Like I think I paid like around 500, a little bit more for a collector booster box for those, and they're selling on eBay for pre-orders for like 800 right now. So my plan is between a couple other collectibles I have, like I have a completely new in box PlayStation 5 DualSense Edge 30th anniversary controller that's worth like 500-ish on eBay now. I'm gonna sell that because I don't expect that to continue to grow in value, and then probably gonna sell one of my collector booster boxes for one of either Avatar or Spider-Man, and that'll recoup and then some this Final Fantasy collector booster box. I grew up playing Final Fantasy and almost every game that's mentioned in like these sets, so it's more personal nostalgia for me than anything, but it'll still be worth it. Let's take a look. Elena Turk Recruit. I actually haven't seen this one in my collection so far, this version that is borderless, so I don't think it's going to be worth much, but yeah, 46 cents, but still cool. I don't think I've gotten Sin before either. I did like this from Final Fantasy X, so I really love that game. 7's my favorite, obviously, so is it everybody else's, but yeah, I am so happy that they did this, and I kind of hope that they like do another round of these or something soon. I was reading some rumors that like the next one next year might be Avengers or X-Men or something, which I'm sure those would be crazy valuable and hard to find cards. Let me just take a minute to complain about how Amazon and Best Buy and all these sites seem to just allow bots to scalp all the stock like all the time for pre-orders. To the point where I actually tried to use AI to build something similar but more ethical, and no matter what I do, those bots still win unless you do the same thing they do, and I just don't feel good about that. All right, let's take a look at. I don't think Golbez is worth much even as a foil. That's not a Toxic Deluge. Let's see if it gets that right this time. Figure it out. All right, it's not going to figure it out. That's fine. I'll do that one later. I'm almost positive that Golbez is worth like $2. All right, Summon Anima. This is a regular foil, it looks like. I don't think I've seen a Surge foil in this set, this one yet, which is actually kind of surprising. But let's see if this is worth anything at all. That's not the right one either. Let me go fix this. Gonna go to Summon Anima. And then we're gonna do the, yeah, that was honestly probably not even worth my time. I think it's worth like 50 cents. Whoops. Oh well. All right, let's go back to the scan. Now, let me put that in there first. Scorpion Sentinel as a foil is, I'm not even going to set that as a foil, it's not worth my time. This Omega Heartless Evolution, 28 cents. Yeah, it's not getting these right lately. I'm going to have to fix this in a minute, but all good. Let me just see if I can delete that one and start over. Yeah, it's just my lighting is really bad here. All right, let's just throw that one in just so it figures it out again. Yeah, how is it getting this bad this time? All right, let's see if it figures this out. All right, Instant Ramen and Sabotender. Yeah, so they did some Marvel stuff. There's a couple Marvel crossovers from Secret Lair, like Deadpool, but it was just like 5 to 10 cards. So there's a rumor that like because they have, or Hasbro has all this exclusive like rights to making all these like, you know, all the action figures and stuff for Marvel, that Wizards of the Coast is going to push out like more of these Marvel crossovers. I'm a big Star Trek fan, so the other rumor is that there might be like some kind of Star Trek Universes Beyond crossover. I would spend like all my money on that. I would just go crazy for it. But at the same time, I wouldn't hold my breath that that's actually going to happen. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, if you didn't see the start of this stream, like there's just some of these are the decks from Comic-Con that for I guess teaching players how to play Standard with Spider-Man cards. I'm not gonna unwrap these quite yet because I don't know if these are going to be like worth something. So I got these on eBay. I didn't make it to Comic-Con, but I'm going to try to make it to MagicCon this next year. So I think that's going to be it for this stream for right this second. I will probably be back sometime tomorrow around the same time. I got to do some side project work for the startup that I'm starting in the AI space, but at the same time I'll be probably doing some streaming stuff because I can't sit there and do all of that coding all day. So yeah, thanks for watching, especially you, Agron, and yeah, hope you want to watch one of these again. Hope it was exciting and compelling, and I'm going to keep trying to improve these and make my streams better and like my whole camera setup. I actually have like a better camera coming in this afternoon for my, to replace this GoPro on my desk because I don't like the way that it's angled right now. And there's like wires absolutely everywhere. So next step is to clean this up, make it a little better, and yeah, I'll be back and I'll be posting these all on YouTube and such, and starting to post on the socials that are linked on my Twitch. So thanks again for watching, and until next time.